Greetings and welcome to our spring orchestra concert. It's great to see all of you here tonight, whether you're joining us live in front of me here or if you're joining on the broadcast. We're glad you could come out and make it tonight for this. We've got an ambitious program here for you tonight, a lot of different pieces, and I'm excited to share with you what we're starting with. We're opening up here with something new. I'd like to go ahead and remind everyone to please make sure you silence your cell phones out of courtesy for all of our audience members at this time. My name is Mr. Foote, and I'm joined here by my partner in crime, Mrs. Childs, over there. We're excited to share with you what we've been working on with our students here. We're going to have a great concert. We're starting the program off here tonight with something a little bit different, something new. It's this new group called String Fusion. And I decided to start it after I uncovered from these cabinets here some dusty electronic instruments. And these electric strings are super cool. They help empower us to try out some new, well, rather different music than we're accustomed to seeing in our regular orchestra. This includes, but is not limited to, some We have Lucy Cannon doing some improv, and we've got Henry James doing some improv. Speaking of Henry James, I'd like to acknowledge that in String Fusion, we have our percussion players helping us out here tonight. We have on keyboard Henry James, and on drum set, Jacob Gale. Let's hear it. They're awesome, and I'm so glad they could join us for tonight because they really came in with very little time and preparation and really pulled this group together, made it sound really cool. So we're really glad to have them. All right, String Fusion, are we online and ready to rumble? All right, awesome. Day Blues, here we go. All right, so there's a little taste of what we've been working. set up, I just want to take a moment to speak about this audition group. This group consists of our 7th and 8th graders, as most of us have heard from before. It's our audition group, the select players, coming in from PSO, joining us here. They're fantastic. Many of them studying privately and involved in summer camps. Hopefully you found some of those handouts on the table out front. Please make use of those. We'd love students to continue playing and working with us here. This Prelude group has tackled a lot. We're going to go ahead and start off with Chicken Foot Transplant, which is a pretty cool tune. It's got some funky, kind of bluesy jazz feel to it. And it also, once again, features some solos, which you'll see in a moment here. Please enjoy Chicken Foot Transplant. tough stuff that Brandon Berkeley shared of, really something you find amongst our high school performance, but they're really great at pulling this off, and I'm very proud of them and what we've accomplished together this year. We're going to keep moving and transition now over to our PSO Orchestra. Please go ahead and start gathering yourselves and things and arrange to come up and join us. While they're doing this, I have some things to point out first, starting with some of those handouts you can see, just going over some of those, hopefully you grab them from the front desk up forward. We have a few of them, one of which is a list of private string teachers you should perhaps take advantage of for this summer. Many of these students here that you see before you are studying privately. It's a great way to keep them playing over the summer and improve their abilities and take it to the next level. If any students are interested, maybe 7th graders looking for Prelude next year, those private lessons are a nice way to keep up and do it. There's also another handout. It's always a lot of fun, so we hope to see you there for that Enchanted Castle event. Speaking of theme, our parent organization is just a fantastic, powerful force that can really get a lot done for us, whether it's helping us purchase new bases or organizing cool events and field trips, like that field trip we did earlier this year with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. They're a great force, and they're actually looking to recruit some parents such as yourselves maybe to join that movement. They have a few meetings in a year to help organize the logistics to getting cool events for the students and deciding what kinds of things we use our money to purchase. So we'd love to see you there, help out with some fundraising. Speaking of fundraising, actually we have our bake sale happening at the end of this concert. We'd love to see all of you there. It's one of the rare occasions where I get to interact with some of you. It'd be great to see you there over at the bake sale. It'll be held in the cafeteria. Consider purchasing something to help the cause. Maybe allow us to replace some of these spaces that are 30, 40 years old. That would definitely help us out. We'd love to see you there. Enjoy a treat, interact with some of the other people. That would be great. Please take advantage of that if you can at the end. Speaking of the end of the concert, it would be great if we could also have some parent volunteers similar to our fall concert to help with the teardown. That'll just help things go a little bit more smoothly. We'd love to have you help if possible. We're going to keep going forward here. It looks like we're almost arranged and ready to go. I thought of some time. We're going to keep moving here. Our first piece we have for you here, it's an ambitious lineup of 4 different pieces. A bit more than we did last year. We're going to go ahead and start off with Star Counting Down. First, a few words here, and we'll get you going. All right.
All right. So for Star Counting Down, it is a piece that is typically in our 8th grade festival repertoire that is used over at LT. So every year there's an 8th grade festival where the students have rehearsals during the day and then perform with the high school orchestra in the evening. And this is one that is typically in that repertoire list. But all of us have really enjoyed that piece. So we're like, let's put it on the spring concert. So you will notice that we are going to start at a very
All right, so a little taste of PSO. We'll get a little bit more of them here in a moment. This next piece, called Fantasia on an Original Theme, actually has a rare feature of the viola section with a little solo here that you're going to hear in a moment, which is really cool. This piece is very expressive and gives us a chance to show off some of those skills we've been working on throughout this year, which include, but not limited to, the vibrato and a little bit of the phrasing here in this piece. So listen carefully for that with Fantasia. so we just heard from Fantasia. We're going to keep moving right along here in just a moment. This next one, before we get to this next one, we have flights, actually, is what our next piece we have here for you. We're going to go ahead and keep moving on to flight. This piece evoking a bit of flying around here. See if you can capture that and imagine that as you listen to this next piece. It's called Flight. Please enjoy. All right. This time we've got something for you. All right, so hopefully you were paying attention, my low string listeners, to that last piece. Really fiendishly difficult part over here for my cellos. I was playing it with them along the other day, and I could not believe how tough this is. It's really, really I appreciate them working their way through. Speaking of appreciation, I want to take a moment to acknowledge our 8th graders. It's really sad. This is our last performance together. I've had the opportunity and pleasure to be working with them, all of these students, but our 8th graders specifically over this past year, and this concert's really bittersweet. It's our last opportunity to perform and work together. And while I hope to see all of them go on to the next level over at LT and work with Mr. Matthews, it's a bummer that I don't get to work with them anymore. This group is unique in that I really only had the 1 year to work with these students as their lessons teacher. I came in only just a few years ago and only had 1 year to work with them. So I feel good about them overcoming so much change over the course of their career here throughout their string journey. Whether it was learning an instrument during COVID times, which I may have not been there for that, but I think I speak for all of them when I say that it was really, really challenging for them. And they've had some different orchestra directors popping in and out, different lessons teachers. So I'm really proud of these 8th graders and what they've accomplished. We also have some awards, actually, that go to our 8th graders. There are PSO awards. We have 2 awards, and they're awarded to really demonstrate the excellent leadership qualities we love to see, the musical. About the both of them. They're both amazing. It is a huge loss not having them here. They're great. I feel for sure a lot for Oliver Anderson, who I put a lot of the times in this second violin section, knowing full well that there are other opportunities in play. And you know what? I did not hear him complain a single time about the entirety of this year about that assignment. And he's been amazing. He's fantastic. And it's really a huge loss not having him lead this section. He's fantastic. He's a great attitude, and I'm not surprised that he got these votes. I could say equally great things about Sophia Renault, whether it's her helping out with the many groups we have here, including in Prelude, and even helped out String Fusion considerably. Also, even helping our intermediate members. If any of you happen to be at Tuesday's concert, you may have seen her performing along with them. She worked hard, waking up early mornings, working with those students and helping them out when they were in dire need of a little cello assistance, running low on those numbers. She's amazing. I could go on, but I'd like to keep us going here. These guys are great. I'm really going to miss working with these 8th graders. They're awesome, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish for the next level. Great. Thank you, guys. I'd like to keep us moving along here, though. Outside awards. Oh, by the way, I should mention, they'll receive some fancy awards and plaques that you'll get later on here for the awards ceremony. We hope to see everyone there for that. It'll be later on this month. Be on the lookout for details about that. Awesome. We're going to keep moving to our final piece for tonight, an ambitious program, as I mentioned. I happen to be looking through something fun and exciting to get our newest beginner group going for the next year, and decided that at the tours we would play this cool Disney piece again here that's called Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe you've heard of it. Pretty famous piece, pretty famous soundtrack. The movie is awesome, and I was actually really shocked to find so many members having not seen that movie. Huge bummer. I signed that as a homework assignment. They all need to go ahead and see that movie. It's amazing. They don't need to watch all of them, but I hope they see one of them. We also have joining us guests for this performance. Some more percussion members in the back here. They're amazing. We love them. We're happy to have them join us. And on top of that, we even decided to add in, as requested by the students, another insert here medley to the medley here, because it's a theme that is surprisingly missing from this score. So we added it in, making an already challenging piece even more challenging. So please be on the lookout for that. Just a forewarning, this piece has a lot of moments that look like it might be over, but as it turns out, it's not. So stay tuned until the very end. We'll try not to trick you, but I might fool you. We'll see. Please enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm sorry I didn't mention you before. We have Jeremy, Avanish, Henry, and Jacob helping us with voice in the back. They're amazing, and we're so happy they were able to join us. As we get ourselves wrapped up here, please make sure you take a stop over to the bake sale in the cafeteria and join us. Also, if I could get really quickly here, my upper strings, I'm sorry to make you do this, but I'd like you, as you're getting packed up, to make sure that a chair, your chair, makes its way up to the band room, and my low strings cello bass, that your stand makes it up its way to the band room. Everything else gets torn down completely. Any volunteers that can help us out would be fantastic. Otherwise, please meet students in the cafeteria and we'll get you going.
Oh, I'm so sorry.